Chris, another home game, 3 more points, 3 more goals, 6 games unbeaten. That could go on here.
Well, it's good, isn't it? I mean, first half, very similar to the Colchester and Barrow fixture. It's really great because we know what we're getting with to be honest, with the pitch. I mean, there's a lot of people do a lot of good things at this club that aren't often mentioned, and Dave Mitchell does brilliant with the pitch, and he helped us this week because we asked if we could prepare yesterday on the pitch because, as you know, the weather's been pretty poor, and Nigel tells me the water comes underneath the training pitch as well as on top of it because of the river. So, you know, it's great that we've been working together, and I think it helps. It just helps the boys because at Grimsby it was a heavy pitch, and where you train and prepare to play affects. And if you're tired, legs are heavy, training on a heavy ground, normally you carry that through to a game. But obviously with the preparation being right, it was brilliant that we could put a display on, and really, you know, thank Dave for that, really.
What a way to start. I mean, it's possible that it's the fastest ever Carlisle goal. We're going to have to check that, but it doesn't matter how it comes. It's what you talk about, isn't it? Get up there and get at them.
I'm disappointed that it was 2-0 at half time because we have to still be more ruthless with our opportunities. Louis, couple of chances, great save on one of them. Should definitely dink. He tries to go around the goalie. JJ's in early doors, has a touch, a little bit too slow to get shot off. That should definitely be goals, and we've got to keep working that way. Obviously other players had chances too. John can't stop scoring, which is great. So it's good.
6 and 7 from John. Something has just clicked with that lad, isn't he? He's doing everything that you said he would.
Yeah, but you know, yeah. I think that the other boys all are supporting it because for me in midfield, all 3 of them were excellent. There were 2 formations we thought Morecambe had played, and they went for the second part of what they played on Saturday. But we're adaptable in the way our players play. So if you noticed, JJ was wider, Louis played up top. It enables us for Joel Riley to manipulate a different position, which he did, and we can match up in midfield and get a strong goal. And them 3 are very competitive, and I thought that Joel Riley was excellent tonight in everything he did, and if he'd not been booked I wouldn't have brought him off, but you know, I was making sure he's available for Saturday really.
Unchanged again, Chris. Was there any sort of temptation to mix things up with the lads being tired or anything like that?
No, I don't know. No, not really. Just Grimsby's performance wasn't great. No, I knew they'd not play like that again, but we've got to be mindful of the wind and the conditions and the slippiness of the surface that was at Grimsby coming off the sea. But Grimsby weren't great either. Ian admitted that to their manager. I'm not too sure that I'd have got on today if they've played, but we've responded really well, and quite right, and we can because we train like that, and we have that hunger and ambition in the team that, like I say, represents honesty and hard work, which is Carlisle, which is what we should be, because people work very hard in and around town, and it's so unfortunate they can't be here because, like I said, you told me, which I didn't know, we've never beaten Morecambe at home, is that correct?
Yeah.
So we can't share it with them. So John's scoring these goals, Micah makes his Football League debut, George Tanner scores his first ever league goal, I think. I'm not too sure if he scored for Morecambe, but he definitely scored against them tonight. But it's great because he didn't check out and he swung his other leg, he swung his left foot and gets rewarded for it. It's a great goal.
Interesting that one of the first things you did in this interview was exactly what you did last home game. We've got the 3 up on the scoreboard there, but you're asking the lads, we should have got more, we could have got more, and that's what you want, is more.
Yeah, because like in any business, I suppose, if you get comfortable and do the same, you go backwards. And it's amazing, the only ins really I felt Morecambe had was when we stopped doing what we've asked the lads to do. I understand that we can pass it more, but for what reason? You know, pass for a purpose, play for a purpose. If you're crossing, really cross it with great vigour. If you try to score, take the shot on. Don't half do it. Really go for it. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. It's a goal kick at worst. You know, what's wrong with that? But let's really get better at taking them shots a bit earlier. And if we get that bit right, I'd be very excited. But we haven't quite got there yet. So yeah, we've got to work hard.
And taking the punches, Carlisle teams in the recent past, we've seen them fold when Morecambe or whoever have got back into it late in the day. We didn't. We went on and we were ruthless.
Yeah, I think we again show our growth that we need to be better. I think between their goal and our goal becomes not a big nervousness, but a little one that serves a few slices and missed clearances. There was a straight long ball right through the middle, and we're thankful the centre forward stopped running for it because we missed it, the first header. You know, that could quite easily, and I think Phillips got in on one, didn't he? That Paul made a great save. So, you know, I think that was prior to the goal, but other than that, yeah, I mean, we conceded on Saturday a corner hit near post. We've conceded today on a corner hit near post. So JJ, I asked to move slightly for the second one after it, and he got, you know, he cleared it. But we've got to get that a little bit better.
And Paul Farman coming out for punches, dominating the box. The save at the end there, he's settling. He's settled, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, he's settled. He's moved to the area. He's committed. He's great attitude, very fit, very energetic. If anything, I'd rather him have a herbal tea than a caffeine drink before a game, because he needs to calm. Sometimes he's better, but I can't deny the energy and his ambition to do really well, and he is.
The last one from me, Chris. What does it mean to have a 6-game unbeaten run and for the lads to be where they are?
I honestly don't think about things like that. I totally think about it's just a game in front of us, and we have to prepare and respect the opponent, and we have to make sure we do what we do as staff to be right for the lads, but then the lads have to commit to us with the plan we have. They are allowed to come off plan a little bit. I often did, as I played for Huddersfield for Steve Bruce, and he'd ask me what you're doing over there on that side of the pitch, but I'd answer it by scoring or doing something that was prominent. So if you come off plan, you've got to make sure it works. But we have good strategies for games, and the players put them into process. So at the moment, that's all we can ask of them.
I said last one, but I don't think I've done George Tanner justice. He was man of the match, not just for that goal, but for his performance, and it's been consistent from the boy.
Well, I've seen him play for Morecambe several times, because that's what I did and do, watch a lot of games. And he was definitely the right person to recruit for Carlisle because of his age, his potential, his athleticism, his strength, and his locality. You know, he can get to the ground and back. It's hard recruiting because of logistics and finance, and it fit. And George had options. He had championship options, possibly not to play in the first team. But I assured him, you know, come to us and we'll make you better, and we'll see what happens.
That's